The truth is, most people that say they're burnt out were never lit. You never saw them on fire. So how does one that was never on fire become burned out? They're just disengaged. And I've narrowed it down to 3 primary reasons. We're going to talk about your sales team isn't burned out, they're disengaged. Real burnout is loud. Like you see the crash and burn, like the person just gets to the point where they just explode. Disengagement is silent. So when someone in your team becomes disengaged, they're not going to tell you. You just don't see them anymore. Where are they? I thought they were here. I just saw Jennifer the other day. Why do people in your team become disengaged? I'm gonna give you 3 reasons. Number 1, they believe you aren't talking to them. Something I talk a lot about in my leadership book, available on Amazon. I talk about culture, and culture is the allowing of people to feel good, regardless of their level of desire or level of result. But what do most leaders do? Most leaders think that their job is to cram massive desire into every person into their organization. Let's say that my wife watches a Hallmark movie. There's the country guy in flannel that plays a guitar, and she's like, man, I'd really like Ray to play the guitar. I sure wish he played the guitar. Man, it'd be so cool if Ray played the guitar. And so she thought, you know what? I'm going to increase his desire to play the guitar, even though I have no desire to play the guitar. So she says, hey, babe, have you ever considered playing the guitar? Because boy, I would like that. And I'd be like, well, not really. I'm not really into guitars. And then so one day she's like, my plan A didn't work. She goes to the local guitar center and she gets some flyers on guitar lessons. She kind of leaves them in my office. And I come in one day and there's guitar flyers everywhere. I'm like, babe, did you leave these here? Oh yeah, I just didn't know, I didn't know if you have any interest in guitars. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks. But no, I don't think so. And then she sets up, hey, we're going to go on a dinner date with 2 new friends of mine. I'm like, oh, okay, great. I go, and sure enough, the guy does guitar lessons. And she's like, honey, Chuck here does guitar lessons. Okay, what am I going to think? I'm going to think, what the hell is wrong with me? Why is she not happy with me? Why am I not enough for her? Boy, I'm really disappointing her. That's what I'm going to think. So when someone pushes on you a set of desires that you do not have, eventually you start feeling like a disappointment. And what will happen when you feel like a disappointment, you'll start to disengage. So if you as the leader are constantly barking about talking to 10 people a day, about doing 3 videos a day, about hitting that $1 million mark or hitting the top rank or becoming 6A or whatever it is, where you're preaching and talking about high desire only goals, guess what happens to the people who don't have those goals? They don't want to play the guitar. They become disengaged and they think that you're not talking to them. You're talking to everyone else that's fired up. They're not fired up. Part of the leader is to help people move from where they are just up a little bit, not go from I'm not motivated to do anything to hell yeah, man. You're going to cause a lot of harm in that process. They believe that you, the leader, aren't talking to them, so they just disengage. They just tune out. They stop showing up to the trainings because you're talking to someone that isn't them. Number 2, they think that you have your goals listed and more prioritized than their goals. So those with goals, they come to the training, they come to your leadership call, and they just walk away with the impression that you are more focused on your goals than theirs. Over the years, I have heard leaders reach out to people that are barely getting by, that aren't making any money. And that leader says, hey, is there any way you could buy an extra kit this month? I'm so close to my next rank. Ooh. Now, some will comply. Some of our yellow friends, those who know the personality colors, the yellow color type is very empathetic and passionate about others, and they'll do the self-sacrifice. They'll be the martyr. They'll be like, okay, well, I wish I was hitting my goals, but okay, I'll help you reach yours. They'll, reluctantly, guiltily place that order, like, thanks. I'm not making it up. I've seen it happen 1,000 times. They think that you care more about you hitting your next rank than them doing anything. Number 3, and I talk about this one a lot, they lack hope. They lack hope that someone like them can succeed because they're not hearing enough stories that resonate with them and who they are. I'm a broken record on this one because it needs to be said over and over and over and over. They're hearing all your fast success stories. They're hearing all your battle cries of all the wars you've won. They're hearing how you hit this and how you overcame this, but they're not hearing enough stories that resonate with where they are that would help bring them up a little, just a little bit. They need to be hearing slow success stories. They need to be hearing stories of unlikely overcoming. They need to hear the story of Linda, who after 2 years finally got her first customer. They need to hear the story of Amy, after 17 years of never making a profit, finally started winning. If they don't hear their stories, then they're going to default to playing to prove they're going to lose rather than playing to win. And when you have a team that's playing to prove they're going to lose, they lose. You lose. The world loses. Here's a great question. And this is great for you. It's great for your entire team. You may want to tag some of your team in this. Here's a great question. When you believe in your product, service, or your opportunity, or all three, whatever, ask yourself this question: who loses if I don't win? Who loses if I don't win? So if you have this product that it just, helps get rid of skin issues, or it helps give more energy, or it helps build confidence, who loses if you don't win? All of those people that need that stuff. Who loses if I don't win? Leaders and teams. Because I show sales leaders how to eliminate sabotage from their teams and close more consistently. That's what I do, and I do it on a daily basis. If I'm not out here winning, then there are leaders that are more frustrated. There are teams that are more frustrated, because as soon as I start working with the leader, the team feels better. They feel heard. They feel like, oh, now they're starting to speak differently. Now they're starting to set up different processes that are very helpful. If I don't win, a lot of sales teams and leaders lose. Who loses if you don't win? Is it that they have to pay way more for their prescription drugs? Is it that they have to pay way more for their travel? Is it that they have to continue to put chemicals in their hair and harm their scalp? You have to be asking that. It's not selfishly, how do I win while others lose? It's who loses if I don't win? So you should be attempting to play to win. If you're watching this and you're check marking that your leader breaks all these rules, you're on here for a reason. You're to go move forward and help people regardless. The point of this video is not, hey, if your sales leader isn't doing this, then, just quit and give up. No, it's to be aware of what maybe you need and start generating that on your own. Start finding stories of slow success. Start talking to yourself more than you speak to yourself. There's a hack. Let me say that again. Start speaking to yourself more than you listen to yourself. See, when we listen to ourselves, it's typically condemnation. It's typically who we aren't. It's typically what we haven't done. It's dwelling in the past or the future. It's either anxiety or worry or frustration or disappointment. Start speaking to yourself and how amazing you are and how you're a child of God. There are people out there waiting for you to win, and they will win when you win. So speak to yourself more than you listen to yourself, and start researching and finding stories of people with worse backgrounds than you that succeeded anyway. There's lots of them. I don't have the perfect background like no one on here does, but there are people with way worse upbringings, way worse childhoods, way worse circumstances they went through that succeeded anyway. Do your own research. Go find them. Go look up John Paul DiGiorio. Go look up Oprah Winfrey. I mean, that's a crusher. Go look up how long it took Harrison Ford to get an acting role. It took him 27 years to get a lead role. So why is it okay for him to struggle for 27 years and you not? Go find stories that resonate with you. Don't wait for the leader to bring them up, because you being disengaged is costing the world. You're acting like life is a dress rehearsal. You're acting like you got plenty of time. You don't. And the people around you don't either. Let's show up as powerful as we possibly can and be engaged with life, be engaged with serving, be engaged with helping others and bringing more hope to others. And so I hope this is helpful to you. God bless you and your family. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.